40 minutes after 11 o'clock on a Thursday morning, July the 7th, 2022, and welcome back to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Johnny Appleseed State Park, to be exact. Johnny Appleseed's gravesite is off in this field, a little ways off that way. This is setup day for the wonderful, the awesome Fort Wayne Three Rivers Festival. I've already checked into my campsite. I need to get over there to the festival grounds and get set up, so let's do that. Now, this is not a good sign. Right there is where my spot normally is, and it looks like there's a dunking booth or something in its place right now. They have to move me somewhere else. Let's find out what's going on. Okay, so it took a little running around, but I got a hold of John, the president. Lori, that I used to work with last year, is moved on. But it turns out that this is just a holder, like a container, for whenever they break down the ride, they stack it onto here, then load that onto a flatbed. So this is not necessary for anything. They're gonna just move it out of the way with a forklift or something. But yeah, this is my spot again. Here. We're good. We're good. All right, so now, let's get this unloaded. Time to start setting up. So he's doing his best to get in there without damaging any of this nice curb they got set up. There it goes. Moving it out of the way. Everything is still kind of wet from that last rainfall on the 4th of July. Luckily enough, though, it wasn't long enough ago for mildew to start. So it's just get it set up and let it dry. It's a little bit after 4 now. Having my truck here has been kind of a problem. Everything trying to get by, but we're done. The booth is set up. Don't exactly have the rest of the day off. Still need to order a bunch of art supplies to get me through the week and have them delivered to the campground and, grocery shopping. I actually got a little laundry done last night, so that much is done. All right, see what else I can get up to today. Fort Wayne. It is good to see you again. Well, I had to go to the Walmart for a few essentials, which also put me in the same complex as Mega Replay. That's entirely the only reason why I'm here. Control yourself. Control yourself. Don't spend a lot of money. Okay. Mega Replay is much like Disc Replay, only bigger. And so we're talking used movies, video games, music, any kind of media. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, video games on this side. Movies, DVDs, records on this. Well, is there records? There's probably records. We're gonna start with the video games. Just noticing these posters like this. The Kaiju Tabby with the toy robot there. There's another Kaiju Tabby there. Orange, white Tabby. Alright, not seeing anything jumping out at me just yet. Oh, I got tubing in the box. $50, I don't think so. So here's one I've only ever seen one other time. This one's going for $1,200. The Atari Jaguar with the Atari CD attached. Looks like it's in really good condition too. It's tempting. Well, actually, it's not tempting at all. There's no way I'm going to pay $1,200 for that. However, the Virtuon 3 is something I would really want. But $100, you can get them on eBay for $70 or less. Oh, this one's tempting. It's the Far Cry compilation for the Xbox 360. And I see the 2 and 3 all the time. But this right here, Far Cry Blood Dragon, I guess is probably DLC. Getting a physical copy of DLC is always, to me at least, very cool. I'll think about that one. PS1 section, or original PlayStation, I should say. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Dragon Seeds, $40. I don't know what that is. It's a printed case. Some of these are very low resolution printed cases. Monkey Hero, I think I've seen before. Dynasty Warriors? Is this the first one? North by Northwest. This is actually not the only sequel to The Lost Vikings. This is the third. There was a Lost Vikings 2 on the Super Nintendo. Look at all the used Nintendo Switches. Going for $245 at this point. Which I don't think is much less than what they go for brand new. Or have gone for. They hold their value. Switch Lite on the other hand, that's going for like $100 less, I think. Yeah, I was right, $100 less. Still not enough of a gamer to justify buying it, because then I'm going to start buying games and the protector and grips and chargers. It would be... I've got enough other things to play right now. Wait for this to get a little older. Well, I was proud of myself. I only spent 2 hours in there, so, well, as far as time I spent in there, not proud of myself on that, but I'm proud of myself on keeping it down to only 4 items, and 4 relatively inexpensive items at that. There's a few things in there that are still mulling over my head. If I can't stop thinking about them in a few days, I'll come back and get them. One in particular is the audiobook for The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I think it's actually got voice acting and like sound effects in there, and I remember listening to it when my older brother owned it like years ago. But I've got a whole Lord of the Rings collection going now, with the comics and movies and cartoons and everything else, and that would be a great thing to put in there with it, and it would be great to be able to listen to it again. They want $15 for it. It's on CD, and it's still got the case with it. I'm probably going to come back and get it. But anyway, alright, so what did I end up getting? Let's go over it real quick. First off, I got one DVD, and this is an animated DC movie. Again, you know how I am about those. This one's just simply called Justice League War. It was made in 2014. So I'll probably watch that tonight. I got 2 games on the Xbox One. This one is called Victor Varan Overkill Edition. It's called the Overkill Edition because it has 3 games in it. It's like a collection of PC games all together on this console, and hopefully it doesn't need a whole lot of patches downloads, because I don't like to connect to the internet much. Even though I have an Xbox One, I don't like to connect it to the internet. I like that it did actually come with a nice little well, what is this? I was going to say manual, but it's a set of art cards there. There is a small manual in here, but it looks like it's actually complete and clean. So basically what it is, it's like a Diablo, I want to say Diablo inspired, top-down dungeon crawling hack and slash, and you know I like those. So I don't have my Xbox One with me, so it's going to be a little while before I can play it. But yeah, I've got that now. It was only $7.99 for 3 games. And then this one, Hades, again, is a top-down hack and slash dungeon crawler. But this one is like randomized. Everything's kind of randomized, and you're basically part of the Greek pantheon, and you've been banished to Hades, and you're trying to fight your way out of Hades. And I really like that it came with this book that had a lot of the Greek gods all done in this kind of modern anime style, or more, yeah, anime style. And so they even had my favorite, Athena, in here. She looked good too. Where's she at? Aphrodite. Here we go, Athena. Right there. See? That's definitely the way Athena looked. Right there. She's carrying a shield, very controlled and proper, and she has her spear with her. Her spear is like on her back there, but she always has a spear. And I'm not sure what the deal is with the owl. But there you go. There's Chaos, Zeus, Aphrodite, Achilles. Achilles wasn't a Greek god. It was, okay. It was definitely part of the Greek mythology, though. Okay. So, that is a modern game that's going to be fun to play. The sprites are very small, and I think it's intended to be played on a very large screen. So, my TV back home is not really, it's large compared to like your 90s TVs, but it's not large compared to the ones nowadays. So this might be a bit of a challenge to play. I might have to like sit on the ground right in front of the TV, get a little closer to it to play this, but I'm definitely going to play it. Alright. Oh, last thing. Athletic World for the Nintendo Entertainment System, the 1985 original 8-bit Nintendo. The reason why I bought this is because it is played using the Power Pad. And I thought for sure the last Power Pad game that I got was some workout aerobics game, and I thought for sure that was it. I had every one of them. But then this one popped up. So I think maybe now I have all the Power Pad games. And a big reason why I want to collect all the Power Pad games is because you can only plug the Power Pad up to the NES. So you can't play these games on the Power Pad using emulation, at least not any way that I know of. So yeah. The only way to play this game is to have it on the old gray plastic cartridge. And so, yeah. I remember working myself into a lather many a time with the Power Pad when I was a kid. It was just a bunch of running in place, and jumping, and then we'd always get down and like hit the pads with our hands to get it to go faster. And then instead of jumping, like on the long jumps or whatever, we would just jump off the pad and then just step back onto it. We were cheating like crazy, but man, it made the game so much fun. Alright, gotta get some groceries, get back to the camper, make some dinner, and be rested for the first day of the festival tomorrow. Alright, let's go. Cookies that you can color with food color markers. Is this something you guys would like to see me do? Put it in the comments. It's only $10. Of course, that's a lot of cookies for me to try to eat on my own. Oh, Dash, oh my goodness. I didn't think I was gone that long. Alright, groceries are here. Thank you, Aldi. I love Aldi. It's about 2 o'clock on Friday now. I've gotten a really good night's rest. I'm getting to work a couple of hours early. One thing Fort Wayne has taught me is they like it when you come in a few hours early. They reward you with extra money, so I try to do it as much as I can. Right behind me you can see the fort. The fort that Fort Wayne was named after, and it's actually not a Civil War fort. It's a pre-Civil War, and it was built, I think, as a stronghold against Indian Native American attacks. And that's not the original one. That's a replica that's was built for educational purposes. I'd like to get a chance sometime during the week to go in there. Sometimes I have actually period accurate dressed people in there that will show you around and tell you about it. At any rate, all right, I got to get across the street and get on to work. Got a few things to lug in here. I got a brand new tote. I always kind of like this bridge. Big old 2x6 rails or footboards. I don't know what this thing is. Big old timber. And that is old railroad iron. Right there. The bridge itself is made out of concrete. It's a footbridge. It was made out of concrete. It makes me think that it was originally meant for something else. The river today is high. Look at that, it's coming way up onto the bank. And muddy as all get out. Hopefully whatever storm caused this has gotten it out of its system. We won't get any more over the festival. Alright, to work. Boy, the hanging clouds just kind of add to the ominous lull before the storm feel. But the storm is what we want. We need the foot traffic, we need the business. We want hustle, bustle, busy, loud, noisy crowds. Don't like them, but that's where the money comes from. That's what we want. All right. Let's open her up. So there's my old tote that I normally pile my examples, art protectors and mats, cords, lights, everything. I just pile it all into here for pack up, and then I use it to store the mats and art protectors in a dry place during festival time. It is 2 years old. I know that because I bought it at this festival 2 years ago. So yeah, that's what 2 years of using a piece of plastic looks like right there. It I would say it doesn't owe me anything anymore. So I went and got one just like it. So that's what it looked like when I bought it 2 years ago, and this is it now. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get this stuff transferred over, get this thing hauled off to the dumpster. How did this tote collect so much just plain trash in the bottom of it that I've been hauling around? Good grief. I think my whole life needs a new tote. About 25 minutes after 11 now, and that's it. That's the end of day number 1. They wore me out. Hey, a busy artist is a happy artist. I thought bumping the prices up again would keep people from lining up and waiting, sometimes up to an hour, but it hasn't stopped them. They're still lining up, and at this rate, it's looking like I should be in the black by at least halfway through tomorrow if things keep being this brisk. This one after the other. On the bridge now, looking out over Fort Wayne. Oh, there's a little. Oh, that's that barge bar right there, going across the river. Fort Wayne on a Friday night. It's called the big city with the small town feel, and it really is. I really love this little city. It's awesome.